software such as SAS, JMP, IBM, SPSS, or GRTEL, Python, eViews, Stata, WinRates, Tableau, Platform, and many more open source data analytical tools. R Python, K-NIM, Vika, PSPT, Big Data Tools, Hadoop, HUE, Hive, OBE, SAP HANA, SFDC, mainframes, and Smart. Thank you for getting this great opportunity.
Thank you, Janvi. I would like to invite Dr. P. Dhananjay sir to share his views about the program. Give a big round of applause.
So, particularly, data మీద రన్ అవుతుంది వరల్డ్ తెలుసు కదా. మనకి ఒక కొటేషన్ కూడా ఉంది, ఇన్ గాడ్ వి ట్రస్ట్, అదర్స్ మస్ట్ బ్రింగ్ డేటా. సో డేటా మొత్తం డేటా బేస్ డేటా మీద రన్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి దీంట్లో యాక్చువల్గా రియల్ టైంలో ఎలా జరుగుతుంది, హౌ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ డేటా ఇన్ వేరియస్ డొమైన్స్, దీని గురించి సార్ యాక్చువల్గా కావలి బేస్డ్ ప్రొఫెసర్ కాబట్టి ఆయన ఐసీయూ థాట్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్సలెంట్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఇన్ వేరియస్ కంట్రీస్. సో ఐ రిక్వెస్టెడ్ సార్ టు ఇంటరాక్ట్ విత్ యూ. అంటే దీనికి ఇంటరాక్షన్స్ దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఎండ్. మనకి అంతకుముందు కూడా చెప్పాను, ఫ్లవర్ గార్డెన్లోకి పోతే ఆ ఫ్లవర్స్ అని మనం కోసుకొని రాలేదు. We will take only some fragrance of that flower garden with us. So I request all of you to concentrate and note down some of the important things. So next, మనం ఎందుకు పెట్టామంటే ఇది బిజినెస్ అనలిటిక్స్, రీసెర్చ్ మెథడ్స్ అండ్ డేటా అనాలిసిస్, బిజినెస్ అనలిటిక్స్ ల్యాబ్, ఈ మూడు కూడా ఒక సాలిడ్ ఫౌండేషన్ ఆఫ్ డేటా. మీరు చూస్తే ఆ సిలబస్ మొత్తం to give you some sort of foundation in data and business analytics, some sort of what we are trying to become is a digital MBA. చాలా మందికి MBA అంటే మాకు కంప్యూటర్తో సంబంధం లేదు, డిజిటల్లో జాబ్స్ రావు, డేటా అనలిటిక్స్లో జాబ్స్ రావు అనుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. మీకు ఆ డిజిటల్ ఫౌండేషన్ ఉంటే రేపు డిగ్రీ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత MBA అయిన తర్వాత కూడా యూ కెన్ ఆస్పైర్ ఫర్ జాబ్స్ ఇన్ వేరియస్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కంపెనీస్. So software companies accept MBAs also. మీరు ఆ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మిస్కన్సెప్షన్ అవసరం లేదు. సార్ కూడా దాని మీద ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ సార్ టు థ్రో సమ్ లైట్ ఆన్ దిస్ ఐటీ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఆర్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ రిలేటెడ్ కంపెనీస్ జాబ్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఫర్ MBAs. సో ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ వేణుగోపాల్ సార్ విత్ బిగ్ రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ అప్లాస్ టు
Thank you, everyone. Okay, I have some slides. Okay, let me ask you this. I have some slides. You want to see the slides and you want to learn, or you want to interact with me and learn? You want to interact with me? Okay. So what I will do is, I will start with a few slides giving some conceptual knowledge and also career framework in data sciences, and then mostly interaction. So I will do some problems, business problems, okay? And then I will ask some of you to solve it, okay? Then I will tell the analytic solutions also, okay? That's what we will do, right? Okay. So the first and foremost thing, if you go to Google, okay, if you go to Google, in the search engine, the moment you type D, you get data science, right? The moment you type M, you get machine learning. The moment you type A, you get artificial intelligence. What is data science? What is machine learning? What is artificial intelligence? And what a social scientist or management experts like us has to do with this? Do you think data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence is only a computer science job? How many of you say yes? Can raise their hands. Please, don't compare yourself, okay? You can raise your hand. How many people feel that data scientist, machine learning or artificial intelligence is only meant for techies, okay? In our beautiful Brahmananda mode, Brahmis. Right? How many of you think like that? Okay? Good? Good? Yes. You need that knowledge, but it is not only the fate of them. Okay? I'll tell you why it is not only meant for them. Because it has a lot of other people, okay? First, what is data science? Data science is a discipline. Okay, what is a discipline? It's like a general discipline like finance, or it's a general discipline like statistics, or it's a general discipline like mathematics or physics. Data science is a broader discipline. Machine learning are tools and techniques which are used with the help of statistics and computers to solve data science issues. Okay? And artificial intelligence is basically in decision making. I'll ask you a beautiful decision making. So, when you go to doctor, okay, what doctor will do? What's the first thing he will do? You are not feeling well, okay? You will go to a doctor. What doctor will do? First thing what he will do? He will listen to your symptoms, right? So, first thing he will do, he will listen, okay? So, as a patient, we have to explain, okay? Then he will listen everything. Then, in order to test those things, he will prescribe some tests, right? Then after the test, by looking at the results, then he will make a decision about what kind of disease you are suffering with. Then he will prescribe medicine. Okay, let's decompose all this. First thing, listening. Second thing, what is the second step? First listening. Second, collecting information. Then prescribing some tests. Then analyzing those results. Then identifying the problem. Then giving the directions to solve the problem. 6 things. How the business will work. First, okay, any business guy will listen to. First, he will come and tell the problem. Let me tell my experience. How many of you know coffee day? How many of you know coffee day? Everyone knows coffee day? Cafe day? Right. So in 2013, there's a group of business people from Coffee Day has approached us to solve a business problem. Okay? They were asking us to solve the problem. Okay? First thing they said, we want to increase the price of the product. That is the first problem. Right? Second problem they said, while increasing the product prices, is it going to impact our sales? Is it going to increase the sales of my customers? Okay, from my customers and for my competitors. Because if my prices are increasing, my competitors are going to grow. Then, so this is the thing. So as a analyst, what I have to do is I have to listen to their problem. So I have to listen to their problem. Then I ask them, okay, what data you have? Right? So the doctor also asks, like, you have done any testing before? She looks at your testing. Similarly, I ask, what data you have? Then they said, okay, we have POS data. What is POS data stands for? Point of sales data. If you go to any portal, anywhere, you will get a billing, right? That's called POS data, point of sales data. So what can we do with the data? You can do miracles of it. I'll show you a case. What all things we do. Okay? Then, once we listened to the problem, then we collected the data, then we started analyzing them. And we said, okay, your problem is this, and your data says this. So, what the conclusions we told them is, your product is not induced by your prices. It is induced by passion. The people who come to your store don't look for the price. They don't come and bargain for 10 rupees, 12 rupees thing. Because they are affordable to pay around 150 rupees. So, in fact, what we found is, if you decrease your prices, people will stop coming to your place. It's a luxury product. Okay? So, we analyzed it and we have done price elasticity, we have done everything, and then we have given a solution. So, let's think about the companies, why they require data analysis. And then if you go, today also, at 8 p.m. if you visit any coffee day, they give 1 plus 1 half pastry. And if you are visiting to their coffee houses, around 11 o'clock, the samosa rate will be different. And if you go around 5 o'clock, it is another rate, right? This is called dynamic pricing. So all this dynamic pricing and everything is what we have done is we have presented. Okay? So the decision making capabilities is artificial intelligence. What I mean to say here is we use data science discipline, we use machine learning tools, and then decision making discipline is your artificial intelligence. Okay, that's how it goes to the next step. So what we will do is we will try to understand emerging role of data sciences and data scientists in business analytics. So there are data scientists. How many of you heard which is the highest paid job in the world today? You don't look at Google, huh? Okay, let me ask one question. How many of you follow Insta Reels? Everyone. What is the latest product Insta Reel is showing up? What is the latest product? Huh?
It was first 30 seconds, now they have increased.
Okay, that is a reservation for me. Thank you. Okay, what is the latest product they are showing? Movie promotions. Any other product information? Have you ever seen an electric car? EV vehicles? So have you ever seen a new artificial intelligence led vehicles? Which company is Tesla? Right? Tesla. Have you heard Audi, BMW, everyone is coming in the same? Right? So what I do is I prepare systems of artificial intelligence for those cars. Okay, that's my day-to-day job. And my background is I am a BA statistics, okay, BA economics, okay, and PhD in econometrics. Okay, so the people who said a social scientist can't become an artificial intelligence guy, okay, has to disagree. Because coding is part of our DNA in any other people. Huh? That's what I said. So coding is a part of our life. Right? We code everything, right? From the day one, in 10th class itself, we do coding. Okay? Right? We write flowcharts. Right? So coding is everywhere. It's just a language, right? So you speak different languages. I speak Telugu, I speak Kannada, I speak Tamil, I speak Hindi. Okay, I understand Malayalam. Okay, I speak Korea. So these are the languages. Like that I know R, I know Python, I know SAS. Okay, I know C. This is how you get it. It's a language. Okay, and in today's world, digitalization, as Professor Dhananjay said, digitalization is everywhere. Okay, irrespective of anything. I'll talk about a different topic for 2 minutes. Industry 4.0. Have you heard about this term? Industry 4.0, Software 2.0, okay, Office 3.0. These are the new terms which you get. It's not Robo 2.0. Okay, Industry 4.0. What does Industry 4.0 do? What does Industry 4.0 do? It's actually Industry 1.0 starts with invention of a wheel. Industry 2.0 started with wheel and electricity, called motorization. Okay, automobile, wheel, steam, and electricity. Industry 3.0 has come up with computers. Okay, Industry 3.0, wheel, steam, okay, and electricity along with computers. Industry 4.0 is called physical. The physical people will go and interact with the digital systems. Right? Machine will speak to another machine. If you really see any kind of a manufacturing place, in our company, only robots will work. Right? Robots will tell this process is done, then schedule it to other process. So it's a digitization. So what we require here is, we require a human being who will interact with these machines. So the computer science, where people are studying about, as a part and parcel of our life, we have to learn it every day, right? How many of you learned Insta? How many of you learned Facebook? That's also a new thing, right? You all learned it. Similarly, everything has to be learned, right? There is nothing that which will stop you. There is nothing that which will prevent you to learn. You have to learn it. Okay, there is no hard and fast rule. Even satellites are being built overnight, right? So we have to use that knowledge and do that. So we will talk about how the business analytics works and what are things. So what I will talk about is, I have an agenda where we talk about anatomy of analytics. Okay? I am bringing physics, I am bringing human sciences skills. Okay? And I will talk about what is BA. Why do company requires business analytics? Okay? And what are common analytical applications? And there is a new word called big data. It became very old now. There is a word called big data. And who are data scientists? What role they play? What skills they require? And what is it for you as an MBA student? Okay? Is this topic is good or you want us to switch? Good? If you want me to switch, I can switch. Okay? I can close the 15 minutes. So, data. Data is new oil. Right? We are all sitting here. How many of them in the class? And you can, you know, 120 people. So everyone has a mobile, right? And everyone has a different networks. Okay? And with the help of a cyber security analyst, I can tell, okay, how many of people are Instas are running, how many people are running their Facebooks, okay, without closing their applications. How many people are watching what, okay? This is data. What that information will be useful for a business case? What that information is useful for an MBAs? Let me ask this question. Why we need to know how many people are using this Instas, how many people are doing this? How does it is going to help the business?
Promote our products.
Promotion, right? Advertising,
Know the preferences and tastes.
preferences and taste. Beautiful point. So all this branch comes to which? Marketing analytics, right? Similarly, for the network guys, today 5G world is coming up. They need some analysis, right? So they will also, from your systems which you don't think that you are using it and you kept it in your pocket, it can be analyzed and found how many people are facing a network issues. Okay, it's a feasibility study for 5G. So now you can tell me, my statement, data is new oil, is correct or not? Right? You agree with me? So in last 10 minutes, we generated more than, okay, prehistoric times and we don't need to do this. Last 10 minutes, okay, when we started this discussion 10 minutes ago, how much of data we have generated, our history books and our historians cannot find it. But we need one historian. There is a new role in data sciences team called data historian, data custodian. Okay? So these are the new roles coming up, and these roles are meant for a business analyst and business analyst who understands. Okay guys, now you talk about, look at this picture and you tell me how many types of data you can see. There's a first, you get a satellite, before that Boolean operations, then all your credit card swipings, right? Then you have NASDAQ, okay? I know how much you guys invest on your NSCs, BSCs, everything, right? Then you have libraries, then you have big baskets, then you have Reuters, eBlogger, Wikipedia, LinkedIn, Google Plus, Facebook, everywhere what you get is the data. So the millions and trillions of records are coming up with the data. How does this data will be useful? Okay? Now, okay? Data analytics as a concept, right? It basically works on 5 things. So data analytics as a concept. I already introduced this. The first thing is questioning. Doctor will question, right? Okay? All question marks. You have to listen to your talk. First skill set you need to learn is listening skills. In a communication, it's not how you talk. The communication is about how you listen. Okay? You should listen to the talk. Okay? Second, right? Second is method of putting all facts and figures together. That is where we require a doctor. Right? You can go to any RFP, but you can go to an MBAs doctor. You can see the difference. People are not talking about customer satisfaction anymore. People are talking about customer experiences. Okay? Patient experiences. How a patient will experience. Okay? Then, right? Then you have all the tests. Doctor will write the test. The systematic utilization of that. How can you utilize all the systems? Right? Let me ask you a small thing, right? The doctor will write a urine test, blood test, and he will also write a scanning report and also writes an X-ray. Okay? Now I will ask a question. How many kinds of data you have there? Urine and blood report will be in numbers, right? X-rays are in images. Ultrasound is in voice. Ultrasound is a voice. Okay? Then you get a scan report, text. Right? Now each and everything is a data. How to analyze this? Okay? So So what happens is in currently US market, everyone is spending time. Most of the hospitals are spending time in synthesizing all this data at one point of it. Otherwise, what happens is the translation of this, the numbers. There is a radiologist who is specialist only in image radiology, and you have to go to a pathologist for all your blood reports and other reports. Then you have to go to a generalist to synthesize everything. So how much of a time customer is spending on this? Too much. But if you synthesize everything and give one report, correlating everything and giving one report, that is the business problem. Right? You no need to see as an MBAs, what we expert is when I hire from an MBA, what I look at is I look at an MBA as a problem solution finder. I don't look at him for solving my X, Y, Z. He has to solutionize things, right? And he should identify who will solve this problem. So we have our juniors, right? Our tech is sitting in next room. You give him a data and ask him to write a code, he will write it. So that's how it goes. Okay? Now let's next. Okay? So analytics at work. There are three important things. As I said, there are 5 things for a business analyst, and now analytics are the 3 important things. The first one is gathering information. Second is organizing data. Third is analyzing it. Okay? Now you see data, analytics, decision, action. So analytics has again 4 components: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive. Right? Again same doctor. Right? You describe your problem to a doctor. Right? Then he will diagnose with a test. Then he will predict based on the test what is your disease. Then he will prescribe the medicine. Same thing business also. So if the doctors are saying like what are you doing, you say as an MBA you also do a doctor's job. There you will look at the patient, here you will look at the business. Right? Is it simple? Simple? Yes? Loud? Good. So now, okay. Now, no. So now let's talk about your business. You have different things: sales channels, operations, products, risk management, consumer, services, supply chain management, store execution, operations. So these are all the business problems. You agree? So how does the sales channels work? Let's talk about the known sales channel, right? We'll take few more examples from medical field also. Okay? What are the different channels, sales channels for a medical guy? You have a medicine. How does medicine will come to you? What are the different sales channels?
Manufacturer,
Wholesaler.
transport.
No. You manufacture it. What are the sales channels? I am asking only sales.
Retail pharmacies.
Retail pharmacies, but what are the different channels they use? Medical reps. Okay. Then DTC, direct to the customers. You get an ad in the right. Then digital. Right. Then you have a radio. You have a TV. Okay. And you get all the seminars. Doctors will conduct some seminars. So there are different sales channels. So I was working with Pfizer. Okay, my job, Pfizer. Okay, my job was analyze all the sales channels. Okay? So what are these things? The first thing is we get advertising data. What we get is an advertising data. This advertising data, okay, what are the different advertising channels?
Newspapers.
I'll do one thing. I segment this group into 4. Okay. So we have a first segment, second segment, third segment, and fourth segment. Okay. So whoever answers my question, I am going to get you an intention. Okay. Is this competition okay? Okay. Now, when you have an advertising, what are the different channels of advertising? Different mediums of advertising. Print, social, ads where? I am asking about advertising, you are telling me ads. Television,
Social media.
television, radio. Someone said very interesting thing. Cyber marketing. Cyber marketing. No, I heard something. Social media, someone said TikTok or Insta. Right? Influencers. Influencer market. Good. So, how you can take this data and analyze it? You run an advertisement. You are watching a cricket match, and in between you got a crossing ad. Okay? Let's take this problem. How does a crossing ad data can be analyzed, and how much of new in US market or anywhere number of prescriptions they don't sell you don't get OTC drugs, over the counter drugs. What you get is RXs, which is called your prescriptions, new prescriptions you get. Okay? How does a crossing ad in a cricket match will lead to more RXs? This is the business problem. You are watching cricket match. In between there is an advertisement. So this advertising lasting for 2 minutes, okay, will create a new prescriptions. So 3 things. You are watching a cricket match, okay, and in between you got an ad. So the space, that particular cricket match, crossing, giving a space is decided by how much time you have to give your ad, is decided by business analysis. How much of your aim? This is again a new digital. Similarly, you give a 1-page ad in a newspaper and you speak 10 minutes on radio. All this data will get in GRPs, TRPs, gross rating points to total rating points. These numbers will be utilized to, if you run number of new RXs, what you call it as prescriptions. Okay, is your dependent variable explained by your rating point. Will tell you how much of new RXs are created by this. Is the power of analytics. This is where we have to end. So how does it work? The first and foremost thing, we need to aggregate data. Okay? Then we need to present the data. Okay? Then we have enriched data with statistics. Then we have decision making. Yeah. Okay? Good? So this is how your data analytics will work. After this slide, I am going to stop and then we will discuss about few use cases. Okay? Why Why do companies require business analytics? Yes. Forecasting, decision making.
Knowing company.
You said something.
Knowing company.
First thing in MBAs, you should be vocal enough. Don't hesitate. Okay? If you are hesitating and you are not vocal enough, this is not your job. Okay, you have to be vocal enough. Yes. Wait. So there are two important things: your x-axis and y-axis. What is your x-axis? Sophistication of intelligence. Okay? You are talking about intelligence, and the more sophistication intelligence is your SID factor. And what is your y-axis? Competitive intelligence. Okay? We are talking about Prosin ad. Prosin was never giving an ad before Dolo ruled the market of COVID time. Right? Dolo revolutionized Prosin. People stopped taking Prosin. Now Prosin is coming up with ads. Have you ever seen Prosin ads? Pandemic? Right? So everyone knows Dolo 625.
650.
What about? Right? Now Prosin has come up with 625. So this is how the competition will help. Right? How does it help? As I said, operational BA. So operational BA, if you are talking about any business, you get business alerts, you get query drilling, your SQL statements. How many of you have heard something called SQL? Structure, query, language. Okay? And ad hoc reports. How many of you see the sales reports? Like professor might be telling you about how to look at the stock, what are the reports of that particular stock and everything. Okay? Right? And then standard reports. Okay, if you look at a business report, what are the standardized things you look at? Sales report. Then what are the standard reports you look at? So far for operational analytics, we looked at only the standard business reports. But there is something called tactical strategy, optimization, predictive modeling, forecasting, statistical analysis. Let me take an example of Coffee Day. Okay? So when the Coffee Day executives came to us, they gave us a business problem of whether we should increase our prices or decrease our prices, and whether we should do this for all the products or only for some products. Okay? So that is the question there. And recently we solved one. How many of you do shopping online? Flipkart, Amazon, almost everyone, right? So when you are doing, you tend to see recommenders. Do you know how to build a recommendation engine? What kind of statistics involved in recommendation engine? This is your day-to-day thing, right? So you go and click it, right? If you buy a mobile phone, Samsung mobile phone, immediately they will say that this earbuds are supporting this. The people who bought this also bought it. Right? And if you are an aged person, you are buying a Samsung phone, it won't recommend it. I am telling you, your system, you are doing it, it will recommend you. If your father is doing it, it won't recommend you. He will get recommendation for more voice based. more sound based. You will get recommendation of a watches. How does this happen? These are all practical things. Okay? This is predictive model. They will understand based on your who is browsing it. Okay? Because it has to be browsed by your user ID. With your user ID you are buying it, you get a different preference. Your mothers are buying it, they get all the cosmetic preferences. Your fathers are buying, they will get all the health related. This is what is happening. Everything is data. They look at preferences, they look at persona of a customer. We call them as a customer persona analysis. Okay? So, this is the modern marketer. This is modern marketer. Okay? So, it's a part of an artist and a part of a scientist. It's a part of an artist and a part of a scientist. Right? Your CV has to catch these words. If your CV you put that I did a marketing course, no one will come. You have to work in corporate, you have to say that I am a marketing artist, I am a marketing scientist. Okay? What is a part of an artist? So you have to use your brain and you also have to use your heart. Okay? Your brain is a scientist, your heart is an artist. Right? If you use both coordinatingly, then you become successful in one part. So the main job of a modern marketer is a data scientist who can read business informatics. Okay, that is where you get this. Right? You agree with me? Right? Now, how analytics works at different stages. Let me take this example with an HR. Okay? So, have you heard something called great resignation? How many of you heard this term called great resignation? Great resignation. You are not up to date in the market, guys. Great resignation is happening across the globe. So many people are quitting their jobs. Pandemic led to great resignation, then it is leading to recession. People don't work. People are looking for their own startups. People are not willing to work under someone. So most of the companies now started to look and address an HR problem called attrition problem. HR attrition problem. So the people who are willing to do HR has a lot of analytics requirements. HR attrition problem. This HR attrition problem are very, very relevant in the market. So how can you solve it? Okay? So if you are a HR head, or your boss is a HR head and you are working, he will come and ask, can I get a standard report of last 6 months, what is my attrition rate? So we as a managers has to submit it to our management. Last 6 months, I am running an 150 people organization. I lost 20% of the workforce. The 20% of the workforce, why I am losing? So the first question is, okay, what is the attrition in last 6 months? The second question is, why have attrition rate increased in last 6 months? What are the factors responsible? Right? The third question is, which customers are most likely, okay? Which customers or which are the people, which are the groups of the people are most likely to exit? Right? Then which customer should I target to retain? If I don't do something, I lose them. How should I retain them? Right? Now, what are the promotions and policies I have to give so that I retain? So this is a HR problem. Right? What are the kinds of data you get here? And how can you analyze this problem? Each and every slide, whatever I am trying to put, has a business case study. You can take it as an assignment and solve it. Right? So what are the data you get here? So, can anyone take this example? Okay, I've been talking for some time. I want to get my groups. Okay, anyone, any representative from group 2 can explain this? What kind of a data you collect? What kind of an analysis you do? Okay, I have given 5 stages. Each and every stage, you think and give it. You need not to be sophisticated, but just a thought process. I am giving them internship, sir. You take the picture of it, right?
So, I request all of you to interact. ఆలోచిద్దామా ఇంటరాక్ట్ చేయమంటే మీరు చేసి అలర్ట్గా ఉండండి. సో మీరు సార్ వర్క్ చేసే కంపెనీ చూస్తే నేనే ఆశ్చర్యపోయాను. ఇది హైటెక్ సిటీ, ఇది ఫైనాన్షియల్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్, వెరీ బిగ్ కంపెనీ, జెడ్ఎఫ్ ఎంఎన్సీ, దాంట్లో ఇంటర్న్షిప్ ఆఫర్ చేస్తాం సార్. అండ్ ఆల్సో మీరు ట్రై టు బీ ఇంటరాక్టివ్. మీరు ఆన్సర్ ఇచ్చిన చాక్లెట్ వస్తుంది, ఆన్సర్ అటెంప్ట్ చేసిన చాక్లెట్ ఇస్తుంది. రాంగ్ రైట్ తర్వాత ఫస్ట్ యూ అటెంప్ట్.
Okay. So, how many of you made an attempt? Anyone can?
Not done.
Stand up and answer.
So, I gave you the previous problem of attrition. Okay? How many of you attrition is people leaving the company is called attrition. Okay, quitting. Okay, it's called attrition. Okay. In a HR case, if someone asks you to analyze the data, how can you solve it? And I gave this analysis, right? I started with descriptive, I started with diagnostic, predictive, descriptive, right? Now, anyone can explain how does this four things can be analyzed with the data? What kind of data you require? Fast data, who let them take it? Please.
Should require the persons who left the organization.
Before that, we require the people who are on payroll. On payrolls. Yes.
And then we should segregate them. What are the roles they are performing in the organization?
Wonderful. Yes.
And what are the workloads they are maintaining, working hours they are spending?
Wonderful.
Do they satisfied with that pay what they are getting from the organization, or they are they want any other benefits from the organization?
Okay.
Maybe our operators may guide them, offer them a good package.
How you collect all this data? You said this is the data required. I agree with you. I appreciate. Okay. Please give him a big round of applause. Now we will do this to another team. How you collect this data? Anyone? Take the mic. Take the mic. Yeah. Feedback. Feedback you take when people are leaving. Before feedback, if you take a feedback, it's a postmortem report, right? Murder is done, then you are segmenting. I want proactive. Predictive is proactive. Observe qualities. This is excellent point. What's your good name? Chandni, good. For him also. How you observe this? How you observe this data? You have every record, right? Every employee when they join, it will be recorded in the database. How many login hours, how many hours they are doing it. So you have to observe them. Okay? It's called operational analytics. There is a different branch of analytics working on MIS. So I'm trying to link your entire MBA in half an hour. Right? Your MIS information is used. You make observations from it, then you take the decision. Good. So what we will try to do today is, how many of you heard there is a tool called Power BI? Everyone? People who knows Power BI can raise their hands. If you don't know Power BI, the next important thing you have to do is go and register the course and do the Power BI, Tableau, any of these things. Okay, one of this data visualization tool is must and should. Okay? For the people who want to become in business analytics, try to do this course. And don't spend too much of money. Huh? I'm not a sponsor or I'm not an, what to say, like someone who can advertise on this. Okay? I'm just telling you, you have to work on it. Okay? So, I'm trying to show you something very interesting about a sales report analysis. Okay? So this is a company. How can you do a market share analysis? Okay? How you do this? How you do this analysis over a period of time? Okay? And how to represent it? Can you see this? This is very, very interesting analysis. Let us talk about each and every step. The first and foremost thing, I'm going to take you this analysis. So, see, this is again what happens is the communication is very important when you are presenting it. Okay? If I was asked to present, how I present in business conferences is, I'll say the people who are looking towards sky and the people who are looking towards mud. Okay? If that presentation is other side, okay, I'll say the people looking towards north and the people looking towards south. You have to use your jargon. Okay? This is very important. How you speak, how you manage your language. Right? How many people are looking upwards and how many people are looking downwards? Okay? And the people looking upward are making more, or people looking downward is? The people looking downwards are loss making units. The people looking upward are profit making. Can you tell me loss is more or profit is more? Independently, the loss is more. Collectively, profit is. Right? This is another thing which you have to analyze. Individually, if you see, the green person is the most impacted. Okay? Now, this is one way of representing it. Right now, you see. So this is total category by volume. Okay? So you have two bars, which basically tells you which is up and which is down. Now, how this entire report can be made? Okay, this is very interesting. So if you go to Power BI, this is your data. Can you see? You have a sales facts, you have a sentiment, you have a date, you have geography, you have a manufacturer, you have a product. So this is multi-dimensional view of it. Right? You agree with me? So you have a different data. So can each one data can be collectively used for your analysis? No. You need to build queries. Okay? You need to build relationship between data. What you need to do? You need to build relationship between data. Don't get confused about these words. Huh? This is very simple. Right? Those days are gone. Huh? When you look at a blue screen, green blinks, people only use the grep command. Right? If you think backwards, okay? Your classmates and your friends, they say like they are busy with the computers, they are writing all the codes and that. Don't worry, huh? You can do it with simple drag and drop mechanism, which is called low code, no code. Okay? Low code, no code. That's the mantra of the things. Right? Now you see, so there is no code. Have I done any coding so far? No, right? There is no code. Similarly, the coding is very low. Right? It's simple like entering your email ID. Right? When you are dying to look at what is happening on Insta, your phone battery dies, what do? You don't have a charging. Then you take your friend's phone and try to log in, right? You just do a little bit of coding there also. That's a low code. Right? Same thing here. Right? So, I am trying to establish this relationship between different tables. Simple drag and drop. See, I told about product table, then sales facts, right? What are the tables I said? You just remember here now. Sales fact, sentiments, geography, manufacturer and product. Similarly, I am trying to link everything. What I am trying to do? I am trying to link everything. In which field, what link? It's a common sense. Right? It's a simple common sense which you learned in your MBA. Very simple. Right? I have not done any coding. I will also show what does the coding will do also. Right, in this, if you see, right? If you see all these things, okay? You link all your schemas, then you have your tables, then you go to reports. Okay, you have market share analysis, you have category analysis. Okay? See how beautiful, colorful all this is. So, how many people will go and register immediately for Power BI course, and I don't want you to spend too much of money. Okay? The amount of time you spend on following your instas of Godfather or Arhara Veeramalu, okay? You can spend time on Power BI. Okay? You can go, you get a lot of information which are freely available. Okay? You can do that. Same amount of data will be consumed here. Okay? Once you are done this, then you can watch, you can follow. If you go to computer, if you are joined in a company, daily you listen this content. First thing a guy will come and say, hey, watch that movie in Netflix. You will do this continuously. For doing that, you also require to pay, right? For discussing gossips, you need a payment. Okay, that payment will come if you spend little time and little amount of data on this learning. Okay? Now you see, what is this graph? This is line graph. This is called, what is this graph? This is called segmentation. Customer segmentation. Okay? This each box is a size and length and depth indicates the size and depth of your customers. Okay? And this is where you do your decision trees. This is where you do all your sandbox analysis. Okay? Now, you also do a sentiment analysis. Okay? And you also have your growth opportunities. What are my new growth opportunities? Which markets I have to go? Which categories I have to go? Making sense? Is this monotonous? How many people are getting nervous of looking at this numbers? You like it? How many people don't like this? We will switch to another. You like this analysis? You want to do this kind of analysis in your at least starting stage of your job, right? Good. Let's also talk about a very interesting case which I am trying to solve. Okay? How many of you heard a word called warranty? Product warranty? How many of you have your mobiles? Every mobile has a warranty, right? Right? How many of you have bikes? Bikes has a warranty. How many of you have fridges, TVs? Everywhere you talk about warranty. Why people give warranty? Why companies give warranty? To increase trust. Wonderful. Any other? Customer? Customer retention, good point. Warranty. Feedback. Yes, customer feedback. Yeah. Any other points? Trust. So, how many of you heard Hero Motors? What are the products Hero Motors does? 1%. 1%. I'll give you products. What are the products Hero Motors does? Anyone? Yeah.
Hero cycles.
Hero cycles. Only Hero cycles.
Hero Plus. Splendor Plus. Passion Pro.
Can you speak like a business guy?
Hero cycles, sir. Splendor Plus.
It's not a business language. That's okay. I'm not asking him to change his position. Business language. No. So it's actually into two-wheelers market, right? And it uses different powertrains, cycles where you use your own energy, bikes, scooters. Okay, that's a business plan. Okay, two-wheeler market, different categories of product. Right? Now, this is the warranty analysis done for that particular product. So in last 6 months, when this analysis is done, last 6 months, how many repairs this particular products are receiving and which category they are receiving, which region. So which region they are receiving. Okay, that's the analysis we are going to do. So, what are the different charts you are seeing? Pie chart. I'll give you a data calendar. How many people are comfortable enough to prepare this chart? Few of them. Okay? Good. So, if you can beautifully prepare a chart like this, then there are a lot of jobs. Okay? So what you need to know is, so if I have to take someone for data visualization, the first question I ask is, how you keep your room? Right? Clean, neat. Clean and neat. Right? So the same way you have to display your visualization. So this is more from an art. Right? You have to become an artistic. Okay? Now who are more artistic? This side of the side or this side? They are more artistic.
Few of them from that side and few of them.
We have them from that side. Very good. I appreciate it. Now you talk about different models and number of days. Okay, there are two indicators. If you are and then warranty, you talk about warranty. If any product is making, they keep accruals of warranty. That means in future, if the product has any kind of a problem, they will keep some amount. If your product is robust enough, you can use that accruals for your R&D. Okay, you can use it for R&D, right? So the biggest challenge most of the companies are facing is warranty alone. So the products when they are building, they build a product which is more reliable, which will be less for any kind of an defects. So now I will ask a question. What is the success of Apple phone? Security, happiness, product quality.
Sir, chocolate for him. Please dedicate it. Tell now. You have to tell. User interface.
UI.
Good.
R&D. It's basically you get less warranty problems. Your repairs cost, your interfaces, everything is good. Okay? So whatever the R&D it is trying to pull, it's more. Okay? Apart from that, what is the next best flagship phone in Android? Samsung. Right? So it also has a build quality. Okay? Now you talk about all our China phones. Okay? So it has its problem. Now you think about an automobile. Think about an automobile. Across the road when you go on a main road, what you see mostly is Maruti thing. Right? Maruti Service Center. So previously Maruti Service Center availability was a chance for Maruti to sell more vehicles. Slowly they stopped advertising that. If you see that advertising now, no, because it gave a negative sentiment. Most of the people, so why people are getting more service centers? Because more problems. Right? So have you seen any kind of a Ford and other service centers? So this is where warranty plays a very important role, and warranty analysis is even more important. So if you really want to make up your career, warranty analytics and warranty policies are going to be a big game changer. Okay? I talked about HR, I talked about sales and marketing, now I am talking about warranty. Making sense? So same way here also you have a data. Okay, you have total data here. Okay, then you have number of days, defects. Okay, and you have all this data and all your modeling is done. Right? Let's get back to one more analysis. Okay, which is very, very useful. Then I'll spend some time on fresh goals. So up to what time? That's it. You are 20 minutes late. You want to leave me by 12:40? Huh? You want me to leave by 12:40? That means you are not satisfied. So now let's understand something about. I was talking about. I was, see, apart from my job with company, I also participate in a lot of social issues. Okay, so recently we were trying to help Hyderabad JHNC by doing some analytics. Okay, the potholes on a road. You know what is potholes on a road? So we were trying to use deep learning techniques, image analytics to identify potholes on a road in a running. Okay, and then I was part of this evaluation trial. So in the Telangana government and all. So now you see that how your analytics is getting used. What we are trying to see is depth and breadth of a pothole. Immediately that gets identified within a day, GHMC has to be in that part. So earlier you think about how many days it will take. Without this information technology and without this, yes, someone has to go and give the complaint. Then it has to go to the right, and then the contractor has to come, and then now this is the power of analytics. So apart from that, we were trying to build a recommender engine. This work is about recommender engine for beauty care products. Okay, so what is a beauty care products thing? And we did it for a company in US. Okay, and which has a manufacturing base in China and which sells their products mostly in US and Europe. Okay, and most of these are beauty care, home decors and beauty items at home. Okay, this is the product. So we have come up with a recommendation engine. So what happens here is a customer goes and selects buys 2 candles, Christmas tree. Let's talk about Christmas tree. And the moment he selects a Christmas tree, he has to get most of the recommended items. Right? He has to get most of the recommended items. If you don't tell him that these are the things which we are selling him, so I'll ask this question now. Now, there's a brick and mortar store, which is called brick and mortar is basically your supermarkets. The moment you go to supermarket, you look at the things and then you buy so many things. Right? If you are required or not required, they are arranged in a section. Okay? So now you have hypermarkets. Supermarkets is replacing with hypermarkets and experience stores. Apple and Dell, they never have a product which you can go and buy from the on-shelf. You can experience there and you have to order from online. Right? So they are order to bid. That model is called order to bid. Okay? So this is one of this. Now, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to see top and bottom selling product across all the locations. So there are two dimensions here. Different locations and different products. Which product are sold at which location. So our recommended engine is a context specific and content specific and location specific. If you are in a Texas and you are looking out, we will only give the popular products in Texas. We don't give popular products which is sold it in New York, because New York has a different climatic zone. Texas has a different climatic zone. So context, content, location, and okay, like that. So this is how it goes. Now, when we built this entire thing, what happens was we were trying to understand a different analysis. Okay? So, yes, now we have 5 minutes time. Okay? I will leave it for Q&A and any interactions you want to do. Okay? I'm stopping it at this point.
It's a wonderful there is a lot of it is a ocean, the subject, so you can go on. Even I am now tempted to learn about this data visualization. Very beautiful graphs and all these things. Now, any questions, 1 or 2 questions we can ask, and people who are asking questions also will get the time. You can put some questions. One or 2 questions, then we will find out. Take the step, right?
It's time to give feedback. I request Ramakrishna to give feedback about this speaker.
So, first of all, a very good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon, sir. So far we have been hearing to the session, and this session was very helpful to us. Sir has explained in a very deep way. So, here we came to know that Sir started the session with a basic concept like data, what is data and how the data is to be analyzed onto the advanced level also. And by this we came to know that how to analyze data and Sir has explained it in very deep manner, like he has taken example for each and every concept, and the slide, each and every slide is very informative and very interactive. Sir has taught us to speak in English, which involves a business terminology, and also we have been hearing him speaking in English since class, and we came to know that how to use the terminology in our regular life. And also, so sir, this session was really very helpful to us, and I would like to thank Narayana College management for conducting these sessions. Thank you very much.
This is not only knowledge, it's a training ground for your communication skills. మీరు వెనక కూర్చుంటే మళ్ళీ ఏమవుతుంది, ముందుకు రావాలి. మీరు ఇప్పుడు నవ్వుకుంటున్నారు అనుకోండి, తర్వాత మనం చూసి వేరే వాళ్ళు నవ్వుతుంటారు. One more, last, one more from girls. Any person wants to take? Please come, don't hesitate. Take the opportunity. సో సార్ చెప్పిన దాంట్లో నాకు వచ్చిందంటే ఇప్పుడు హౌ దిస్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ డేటా ఇస్ బీయింగ్ కలెక్టెడ్ అబౌట్ పీపుల్. నేను ఒక మ్యాగజైన్ చదివాను దీంట్లో ద సోషల్ మీడియా నోస్ మోర్ అబౌట్ యూ దాన్ యువర్ వైఫ్ అని రాశాడు. ఎందుకంటే నువ్వు ఏం చూస్తున్నావు, ఏ సైట్ చూస్తున్నావు మొత్తం వాళ్ళకి చేద్దాం, ఎన్ని గంటలు ఏం చూసావు. దట్ ఇస్ హౌ the data is being accumulated and so much. So now I request sir will give definitely some mentorships for our students. I request sir to for the honoring sir. Sir please. Final words by
Guys, it's always honor, okay, to represent my own place, okay. This is the place where I studied, I grew up, okay. And today, whatever I am trying to do, I am giving back to my place. And I always say one thing: happy learning, guys, because your learning never stops. Okay, you should never stop your learning. And always learn with happiness. Okay. And I want to see you analyzing these things, okay? I am not degrading some jobs. I always tell whenever I go to any MBA college or any place, I don't want to after finishing your MBAs, I don't want to see you selling your Renault pens or selling SIM cards, okay? I want you to see as an analyst, as a strategist, where you have to use your brain and your heart together to facilitate your knowledge and that decision making power, irrespective of any field you take, it has to be like that. Okay, don't end up in taking up petty jobs. Okay, and always, I'm not telling that you don't do jobs, you do it, but career is important. Huh? I just want to tell the difference between career and a job. If you want to become a pizza delivery boy, it is your job. You want to make pizza delivery as a career, you run up with an app and then you deliver everything. Okay? That's the career. You have to do. Okay?
Yeah.